Alright, here we have a steel hedge trimmer HS82 carburetor, and I want to go over, like, if you were to put a kit in this, you can rebuild carburetors all day, but if you're charging a good amount for labor, which we charge about $90 an hour, and you think about your labor, if you even charge, let's say you charge half that, 45, to put a kit in this thing, plus a $25, $30 kit, so you're looking at about 80 bucks right there, minimum, to rebuild this carburetor. Well, this carburetor may cost 40 bucks, and then labor to replace is way cheaper because it don't take you much time. And so labor will be like 20 bucks or 30 bucks. And so you're thinking about, would you rather someone rebuild this or replace it for cheaper? So not only that, when it comes to carburetors, people think it's all about the gaskets and the metering diaphragm and needle and seat, but in the end, what happens is these guys run them with air filters that are clogged. I mean, extremely clogged, and it'll have to pull in air. You know where it pulls it through? It'll usually pull it through these butterfly shafts. And as you can see on this one here, not sure if y'all can see that play in there, and that's going to cause this carburetor to run lean. So it's going to be pulling in too much air, especially being on the choke side, to where it's not going to have the proper fuel mixture. And in the end, you put a carburetor in this thing and it still doesn't run right, still runs lean. Well, your problem is in the shaft, and that's pretty much not a fixable thing because it's going to wear through this aluminum before it does the actual, like, stainless steel shaft or whatever material that is. So just keep that in mind when you're rebuilding carburetors, to check on these shafts, because this is very, very common in carburetors for this shaft to wear out.